Stop writing and exchange sheets with your partner. Exchange sheets with your partner. ऐसे करो ना, you exchange. बस नहीं, हाँ कोई नहीं, exchange हो गया ना. So your sheet is with him. Yes, anyone who hasn't exchanged yet? You haven't. So Melanie, you can exchange with. Yeah, you haven't exchanged, right? You can exchange with Ashish. Anyone else? How about the last row? Naval, have you exchanged? Colin, have you exchanged? Have you exchanged the sheet? No. Who hasn't? So you and your name is. उसके साथ भी कर लो ना. करण यार. Give me a second, guys. Yes, everyone now see the marking scheme first. कहाँ पे अरे marking scheme रह गई. Anyway, I'll write it down. Yes, everyone, look at the marking scheme. How many questions of MCQs are there? 4 questions, right? Each MCQ means 4 scores. Each correct MCQ. So each correct answer in MCQ means you will give 4, not 1. Okay. So 4 questions means 16 points. Coming to reordering, there are four sentences in both the reorderings. You have to see the pairs. If AB is the correct pair, you will give it 1. If someone has written BA, you will give it 0. If CD is the correct pair and someone has written CD, you will give it 1, otherwise 0. Okay. So 4 sentences means 3 pairs can be made. If that's the correct series, give it 3, otherwise deduct the scores according to each pair. I'll explain reordering again when we tell you the scoring. Coming to blanks, each blank carries 1 score. Okay, so if in this first passage there are 4 blanks and someone has written only 3 correct answers, one is wrong, you will give only 3. Simple. Clear? now मेरा टेस्ट तो खत्म हो गया. आप कहाँ से दोगे? It's over. Next वाले सेशन में 6:30. घर पे कर लेना. Clear? Now I will read out the answers. Something is missing. Anyway, for first, number 1, the answer is, and I will repeat answers only twice, only 2 times. So make sure you note it down correctly. Number 1, the correct answer is D. Number 1 is D. Number 2 is B, B for boy. Number 2 is B, B for boy. Number 3 is again B, B for shifting the blame. B is again, 3 is again B. Number 4 is A. Number 4 is A. Number 4 is A. Scoring done? Where's the score? Okay. B. Guys, A is D. Number 2 is B. Number 3 is B. And number 4 is A. D, B, B, A. Moving on. Number 5, reordering. The correct series is C, B, D, A. For number 5, the correct series is C, B, D, A. So CB is a pair, 1, BD is a pair, 2, and D is a pair, 3. So if someone has written BDAC, how will you score? BD is a pair. Is BD a pair here? Yes, that means 1 score. DA, is DA a pair here? Yes, that means 2. AC, are AC together? No, AC are not pairs, so you will give it 2. Okay. Remember, BD is a pair. If someone has written DB, it's wrong. Okay, DA is right. What is, yeah, DA is right. What is written after A? AC is wrong. After C, what is written? CB. So you will give it 2. Yes. Okay, BC is wrong. CA wrong. AD is wrong. 0. Anyone else? All good? Any doubt? Batao. Yes, here. Any doubts with CBDA? Yes, CBDA. Acha. DA is right. Then CB is right. Then tell me the whole series. Yes, guys, no talking in the class. Insan, no talking. Yes. DA is right. CB is right. Then that's it. So DA and CB, give it 2. There's no negative marking. No. No. There's no negative marking in reading. except MCQ multiple answers, which we don't have. Anyway, everyone, number 6. The correct series is DBAC. DBAC. So DB, BA, and AC. Total 3. DB, BA, and AC. Any doubts? Yes, guys, no doubts. Let's move. Number 7, A is precisely. Number 7, A is precisely. Precisely. B is conducive. B is conducive. C is therefore. C is therefore. Where's your answer sheet? Okay. ये क्या किया? एक और शीट ले लेते. आंसर्स उसमें नहीं मार्क किए. You have marked in a notebook. Next time say. Okay, कोई नहीं. Next time से उसी में कर लेना. You can take an extra sheet. कोई इशू नहीं है. We won't charge anything. 1300 ले लिया, उसमें सब कुछ included है. So where were we, guys? Okay, B is conducive, C is therefore, and D is attributes. D is attributes. Guys, make sure you give the scores along with each question. Write the scores, so that's it's easier to count. I'll repeat: precisely, conducive, therefore, and attributes. Number 8 now, everyone. Number 8, A is no. A is no. Jamal, any doubt? Which one? अभी तक C पे ही हो. 7, C is therefore. Okay. Now moving on, number 8, A is no. A is no. B is room. B is room. C is shy. C is shy. Chai nahi, shy. CSHY. Number 9, A is self. A is self. B is unlike. B is unlike. And C is intelligence. C is intelligence. B unlike hai, yes. Number 10, A is flawless. Manali, A is flawless. I won't be repeating answers 3 times. A is flawless. B is off. B is off. O-double-F. C is tethered. C is tethered. T-E-T-H-E-R-E-D. Tethered. D is outpost. D is outpost. Outpost. Number 11, क्या बोलेंगे? Faked. क्या बोलेंगे? Number 11, faked. Faked. Number 11, A is faked. B is numerous. B is numerous. C is little. C is little. And D is hawks. D is hawks. H-O-A-X, hawks. Each blank one. Each blank one score. Moving on, number 12. A is lunar. A is lunar. A is lunar. B is although. B is although. C is ineffective. C is ineffective. I-N, ineffective. D is was. D is was. Number 13. Yes, everyone. Number 13. Number 13. A is although. A is although. B is denial. B is denial, DENIAL. C is findings, C is findings. D is empirical, D is empirical, EMP. And E is contributes, E is contributes. Number 14, ये तो आप ही मुझे बता दोगे. Number 14, A is correlated. Number 3, number 3, correlated. Number 3, Manali, classes ने attend करी. 14, A is correlated. Number 3, B is avoiding, B is avoiding. C is, tell me what is the answer for C? Claimed. C is claimed. B is, tell me, colonies. B is colonies. And IE is colonies. E is struggling. E is struggling. F is grazing. F is grazing. Moving on, number 15, A is vessels. A is vessels with S. Tell me what is the answer for B? Colony. COLONI, colony, not colony. C is wine. C is wine. And what is D? Added. Good. D is added. What is E? Fragments. E is fragments with S. And what is F? Interaction or interactions?
Interaction.
Interaction. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Interaction. 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 What is G? Containers. G is containers. And H is traded. H is traded. Now everyone, do not talk and give the scores. Jamal, scores. कहाँ दिए scores? Calculate the total scores and write it on the sheet. Calculate total scores and write it on the sheet. D. Reordering is pairs. Pairs कितने सही हैं? You have to say on the basis of pairs. Yeah, each pair is 1 point. Scoring done. Total scoring, Ashish. कितने दिए? And once you receive back your sheet, after everyone listen to me. Akshay, listen. After calculating the total scores, make sure you exchange back the sheets. साथ वाली की मत ले जाना. And guys, make sure you recalculate your scores. You must recalculate your scores, specifically reorderings. Akshay, Jamal, and मौसम. Okay. मुझे दूर से पॉसम सुनाई दिया. Anyway, मौसम बात ही नहीं. टोटल तो है ना 64. What sheet? Exam sheet. हाँ, तो अभी बाद में लेना after the test. Scoring done. Have you exchanged back? Have you retallied? I can't call out each and everyone's name. It will take another 15 minutes. Sheet exchange कर ली. Tally the answers. मतलब अपनी ले ली ना, अपनी sheet तो ले ली. Now retally. Have you all signed the tennis sheet? Tell me who hasn't signed the tennis sheet. Who has the tennis sheet? Who has the attendance sheet? Pass it, guys. Melanie, can you please pass it any sheet? Fill and pass. Have you filled? Pass it there. Insan, pass the sheet. Okay, everyone. I hope you have got your sheets, right? Huh? Okay, now everyone, what is the first question? First reading MCQ single answer. The question is, what can be the best title for the text? Now tell me, is this main idea or information finding? This is the main idea question. Okay. Now, how many of you got it incorrect? How many of you got the first one incorrect? Raise your hands. Rest everyone got correct. Wow. Majority wins. Okay, now everyone, what is the? I'll give you a minute. I'll give you 1 minute. Read the passage. Read the first passage. Pass this one at the back. Guys, we're discussing number 1. Anyone who hasn't signed their tennis sheet yet? Saurabh, next session. Anyone in the class who hasn't signed the attendance sheet yet? Yes or no, guys? Give me some response. Yes or no? You are like, we are? Okay, मुझे कुछ और सुनाई दिया. Okay, now who chose A? Early brilliance passes unrecognized. Can you choose A? Tell me first of all. You can't. Why? Because there is nothing mentioned about something being unrecognized. उसको अहमियत या उसको देखा ही नहीं गया. Nothing mentioned about A. Okay, so A is eliminable. B. Outdated methods retain popularity. Have we talked about some old methods and they have again become very famous? No, be eliminable. C. The basis of a new design is born. Guys, you have to choose the main title, the main idea. Is the whole passage discussing how this new basis was born, how this new basis was made? Is that the main idea? When you read D, transport development spark a major change. And yes, first of all, railway bridges, then highway bridges. And why is it because? It is because the invention of the automobile created an irresistible demand for paved roads and vehicular bridges throughout the developed world. So, transportation brought a big change in the whole world. You have to choose the main idea. You don't have to choose the partial information. C is just like secondary information. The main focus is that the technological, not technological, transport developments or transportation, what do you call transportation? Developments. Transportation developments, they have what major change, right? So between C and D, D is more prominent than C, is a better option than D. Okay. Advancements, yeah, could be, yes, advancements, right? So guys, always in MCQs, be it listening or reading, always follow elimination technique. Don't find the right answer, eliminate. Eliminate means keep it aside. On the basis of what? कैसे कैसे तो side में करोगे? On the basis of first, it's not given. It's not even discussed in the passage. Second is false. The passage is not focusing on this, maybe the passage is focusing on some other part. Okay, maybe this idea is a secondary idea, only the last two line discusses this idea, the main idea is something else. Or maybe the passage says that 100 people attended the ceremony, but the option says 90 people attended the ceremony. So is the option correct? No. Right? So you have to see which one is eliminable. Eliminate whatever is left is your right answer. Clear? Now coming to number 5. Everyone come to number 5, reordering number 1. Who got all the pairs correct? Tell me. In first reordering, who got all the pairs correct? Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 people? 6. That's it. Okay, number 5A is expenditures will continue to rise, particularly due to the increases in obesity prevalence and in the cost of related health care. Now, expenditures will continue to rise. Can you choose it at the first sentence? I mean, it will, in the future, it will be doing something. I mean, it doesn't look like the first sentence. First sentence is something which is independent. B, the economic impact is especially evident in healthcare costs. How about B? Can it be the first sentence? No, especially means particularly. So we have to say why are they specifically focusing on economic impact? हमें पता नहीं है. C, obesity has many health, social, psychological, and economic consequences for the individuals being affected and for the society. How about C? It is that obesity has many consequences. It looks very independent. D, a recent study estimated that medical expenditures attributed to overweight and obesity accounted for 9.1% of total US expenditures. Okay, how about D? Is D independent? Whenever, most of the times, 99%, when it's a statistical data, it is an example. It is an explanation of a previous sentence. Mostly. Okay. So what is the first sentence? C is the first sentence. So they are saying obesity has many impacts, many consequences. Now, after C, A, B, D, all three are discussing about expenditure. Yes or no? About the economic and the expenditure part. Yes? Which one is more general out of A, B, D? It has to be B. The economic impact is especially evident in healthcare costs. Why? Because B connects C. C is saying it has many effects. One of them is economic. B is saying in the economic impact, particularly about the healthcare costs, more specific. Now we're left with A and D. Tell me. Yeah, exactly. After B, D is the example. How economic impact is more evident in healthcare costs, that is mentioned in D. That study showed that medical expenditures, they are the reason for overweight and obesity for around 9.1%. Okay, and then will come A. A is what? A is the outcome. Based on this study, we can see that in the future, this expenditure is going to increase. Okay. So a general sentence, more specific information, example, and then the outcome. So therefore it is C, B, D, A. Clear? Any doubts? Now moving on, everyone come to number 7. Number 7. Mental health is an individual and personal matter. It involves a living organism or more dash a condition, the condition of an individual human mind. What did you choose in A? Anyone who chose some other option than precisely? Anyone? What? And more attributes the condition. After attribute, you need to, if it's a verb, attributed to something. Right? So after the blank, they have just written the, not to. So attribute won't suit collocation wise. Right? Plus context wise. Absolutely एकदम हट के लगता है. So A has to be precisely. Why? Because here more precisely means specifically. More precisely means more accurately, specifically, particularly. Right? Like when we do our problem solution essay, what do we write? One of the most conspicuous trends of today's world is a colossal upsurge in xenophobia, more precisely in affluent nations, or especially in affluent nations, right? So more specifically, particularly. Moving on, a social environment. So the passage is discussing about what? Mental health, not just health, mental health, right? A social environment or culture may be dash either to sickness or health. Tell me, what kind of relationship is there? It's a cause and effect relationship. A social environment or culture, that means the cause, may be, what did you choose? Responsible for hota hai. We never say responsible either to, not responsible to, right? A social environment culture may be applied to sickness or health. Yeah, it can be applied to as a collocation, but here doesn't make sense. What is the meaning of conducive? Conducive means useful or favorable, helpful. Conducive means useful, favorable, or helpful. Like you can say, regular exercise is conducive to good health. Regular exercise is conducive to good health. So what they are saying is that social environment or culture may be, or you can say that maybe sickness and health depend on social environment, right? But the quality produced is characteristic only of a person. But mental health is about the person's individuality. But mental health is about the individuality of a person, about each person itself, right? Dash, it is improper to speak of a sick society or sick community. Tell me, who chose however? However means something contrasting will come. Is it something contrasting? Rather they are saying therefore it is improper to speak of a sick society or sick community. So mental health is not in relation to the society. Mental health relates to each individual person, each individual's person mental health, right? So here saying that however it is improper, no, improper means it is very inappropriate, it is not a good idea, right? So it's a more of an outcome rather than a contrasting situation. Therefore C is therefore as an outcome. Now D, in speaking of a person's mental health, when we talk about a person's mental health, it is advisable to distinguish between dash and actions. How many of you chose words? Are they talking about words in the whole paragraph? Tell me. Collocation is, no doubt, collocation is words and what do you call, actions. Words or actions mostly we use, but actions are it can be anything, right? Because actions is a noun and before that there's an and, so it can be anything. Collocation, it's not the collocation, it's the context here. So what's the meaning of attributes? Attributes means qualities, features, or characteristics, right? The attributes of someone's personality. The positive attributes of Sushma's personality are that she is sweet. Okay. Just kidding, Sushma. Right? So distinguish between, so mental health is about distinguishing between these attributes. And what are the attributes? Attributes means not thinking about it from societal perspective, but thinking it from a individual perspective. So distinguishing between attributes and the actions of each people. That's why we have to distinguish in that place. Moving on, number 11. 11 is interesting. I really like blank number 11. Now tell me, how many of you, when you did these blanks, how many of you solved the first blank straight away? You didn't read the passage, you solved the first blank straight away. Raise your hands. Okay, let me reframe the question. How many of you read the whole passage first? Guys, always read the whole passage first, then come to each blank and solve. Because in this one, many people believe that NASA could have dashed the evidence showing that man landed on the moon in 1969. Now, leaked also suits, hidden also suits, exposed the evidence could be, and faked also suits. Okay, no, otherwise if you'll not read the whole passage, you won't know the answer. Okay, you'll be like, okay, maybe leaked, maybe hidden, I'll see. So that will be utilizing, you will be wasting more time in that case. So read the passage first, you will automatically get to know that A is what did you choose, Jamal, in A? Huh. 2 to 3 minutes. No. It's not about कि if I'll read the passage मेरा टाइम और ज्यादा वेस्ट होगा. रात अब अच्छा मेरी बात सुनो. अगर आपने A सपोज लीक चूज कर लिया, ठीक है, आपने चूज कर लिया, आपको लगा कि लीक सूट्स, ठीक है, लीक चूज कर लिया, आगे गए B भी चूज कर लिया, चलो ठीक है, C भी चूज. जब C पे आओगे यू विल गेट टू नो दैट A फेक की बजाय सॉरी क्या था, लीक की बजाय बेटर ऑप्शन इज फेक्ड. उस पर दोबारा जाओगे, फेक्ड, ठीक है, अब फेक्ड यहाँ पे डाला है, देन यू विल सी अब मैंने बी ठीक किया था नहीं किया, चलो मैं दोबारा देखता हूँ, राइट. सो बी वेस्टिंग मोर टाइम. वंस यू रीड द पैसेज यू नो ए हैज टू बी फेक्ड, वो तो आंसर श्योर है, ठीक है, एंड देन यू विल बी लाइक मोर कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट, यू विल बी सेविंग मोर टाइम इन डूइंग द आंसर्स. दैट्स द पर्पस. So A is, everyone agrees A is faked because it says hoax. Hoax means something which is false. बोलते हैं ना hoax calls, prank calls. Exactly. Skim read नहीं, पूरा पढ़ना है, ठीक है. It's not a skimming वाला काम नहीं. So A is fake. Moving on. So what it says, many people believe that NASA could have faked the evidence showing that man landed on the moon in 1969. So people believe that Armstrong and everyone, I think they were the first ones, right? And was it 1969? I believe so. Okay, so let's say, so people believe that Neil Armstrong and other people going to moon was a fake picture, it's not real one. Okay, second sentence says some opinion polls suggest that as many as 10 to 25% of the United States population also agree that there is the possibility that this could have happened. So minority of people believe that maybe Neil Armstrong actually went to the moon. Okay, then dash magazines, journals, websites and TV programs now present the facts as understood by the hoax proponents in startling reality, and the National Aeronautics and Space Administration in the US. चलो अब B पे चलते हैं. Can you choose however? Why? Exactly, because after however we have to put a comma. If however is in the beginning, after however we have to put a comma, right? So here there is no comma, it's easy, however is eliminable. Now can you choose few? Tell me, why not few? Few means no magazines, and here doesn't, they're not saying no magazines, rather they're saying many magazines or magazines did. Can you choose little? Little means no, at the same time little is for not uncountable nouns. Can I say few information? Little information. Okay, can I say few tables? Yes, few tables or a few tables. Can I say little tables? Table chote? No. So we can't, little is only for uncountable, like little information. Okay, little evidence, uncountable. Little water, uncountable, which you cannot count, right? So here magazines, journals, websites are countable. So wo bhi gaye. What's left? Numerous. Okay, so even if you're confused, by eliminating the answers you can come to numerous. So numerous magazines have shown that hoax proponents, who are hoax? Fake. Who are proponents? Supporters. Proponents means supporters. Proponents means supporters, has in the past provided dash response to the ever increasing number of accusations? Tell me. Why little? Why thoda sa? So they're saying that now even newspapers and magazines, they are saying that in the past, looks like in the past, this news that NASA, that these astronauts went to the moon was false. Why? Because when people said that it's a false information, NASA could not give any response. Okay, if I say, let's say, just I'm just kidding, if I say, Akshay, you hit Jamal. Let's say I say, Akshay, you hit Jamal, right? Now Akshay does not respond. What does that mean? That means something is wrong, right? That means something happened. Okay, so here also when they were accusing, they didn't say no, these accusations are wrong. They stayed silent. So that means something is wrong. Okay, so therefore little response, little means no response. Moving on, D has to be what kind of theory? Can you say moon theory? Who chose moon theory? Hawks theory means this false theory related to this Hawks, what do you call Hawks? क्या बोलेंगे Hawks? Sorry, what? Hawks. Hawks calls. I don't think so. It's Hawks. HOAX Hawks Hawk calls. होएक कैसे हो जाएगा? No. Hawks calls. Okay. So Hawks theory. That's it, guys. Now make sure, everyone, make sure you must go through this sheet again at home. Make sure. Okay. And see why answers were right and why your answers were wrong. Was it because you read it too quickly or some other reasons? Come to the class regularly. We practice these reading materials.
ਕਿਵੇਂ ਆ ਸਾਰੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਵੀਕਐਂਡ ਲਈ ਐਕਸਾਈਟਿਡ ਜਾਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਐਕਸਾਈਟਿਡ ਜਾਂ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਐਕਸਾਈਟਿਡ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ ਅਸੀਂ Okay, guys, please come to the Facebook page quickly. ਕੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਜਾਓ ਫਿਰ Good evening. Mukesh, Facebook page, please. And that's Sweetie and Al's Facebook page quickly. Okay, so let's start with the latest post. Chup, hum koi gal nahi karuga, please. Okay, so holiday notice, we are, for today it was not closed. Pata hi hai sabko, theek hai, aaye hota. But for tomorrow, all our branches, including India, will remain closed only on Saturday, 2nd September for Eid. Next are some of the success stories. First one is Tina, and she has got 69, 69, 82, and 69 in her test. Then is Abdur, he has got 71, 71, 86, and 80. Then are some of the sixers. Baljinder, she has got 64, 55, 66, and 64. Then is Pardeep, and she has got 50, 51, 58, 55. Avtar, 56, 57, 90, and 54. Speaking 90 now, he would have struggled to get in reading and listening. Speaking Bachagi. Then it's Chandni, and she's got 51, 56, 54, and 56. Sunil, next photo after Chandni. हाँ पढ़ो फिर next okay okay वरिंदर आगे पढ़ो हाँ 50 है yep yep okay let me baki 244 wale which we read yesterday already. Guys, thank you. Now class time. Before I distribute the sheets, थोड़ी sitting arrangement change करें. Sunil, please get up. इधर आ जाओ. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਧਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਓ। ਬਾਕੀ ਤਾਂ ਸ਼ਰੀਫ ਹੀ ਆ ਸਾਰੇ। ਓਕੇ ਗਾइस, ਸੋ ਟੁਡੇਜ਼ ਟੈਸਟ, ਬਾਕੀ ਬਸ ਫੋਨ ਬੰਦ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ ਹੁਣ। ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਓਕੇ। ਇਹ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਲਈ ਮੈਂ ਵਾਰੀ-ਵਾਰੀ ਨਾਮ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਬੋਲਾਂ ਹੁਣ, ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਬੰਦ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ ਫੋਨ। Okay, so today's test will have a total of 16 questions. No, 15 questions. 16 points, then Acha, MCQs. So 4 MCQs, and each MCQ will carry 4 marks. Anybody who's sitting for the test for the first time? Unknowingly? Okay, no problem. हाँ कर लिया बस, फिर वही है। हाँ जी। I think अच्छा तुसी भी कर लिया? तो पर फिर सेम ही, यानी बैठना चाहते बैठो। हाँ, बैठना चाहते, you are most welcome to sit, but the test is going to be the same. Each MCQ will carry 4 marks, guys. So if you get one MCQ correct, you give that person 4 marks. Okay. Then we have 2 reordering question, and obviously each pair carries 1 mark. If you're not able to get it now, don't worry. You just give your answers, then we'll let you know how to mark them. Then drag and drop, each blank will carry 1 mark, and the same thing goes for drop down as well. Each blank will carry 1 mark. Okay. I'll give you total 30 minutes to attempt this whole test. And guys, please spend your time wisely, effectively. Don't just keep on wasting excess of time in the previous question. Maybe you'll find easy questions at the end. Okay, जिनके लिए आपके पास normally time ही नहीं बचता. Make sure you attempt the whole test. You reach till end. Okay, 2 minutes per question means 2 minutes per question. Okay. Okay, I'll distribute the sheets first, and then we'll start the time. Saurabh and Sohail, idhar. Oh, sorry, Vishal, please come here. Guys, sheets ले लो please, mock test. And ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਅਲੱਗ-ਅਲੱਗ ਬੈਠੋਗੇ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਕਰਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਰਨ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ। ਅਲੱਗ-ਅਲੱਗ ਬੈਠੋ please. Okay, guys, your time has started. So 30 minutes, your time starts now. Okay, guys, please write your names on the sheet and exchange quickly. Exchange with your partners or with the one sitting beside you. Write your name and please exchange the sheets. आप इधर कर लो. आपका नाम भूल गई मैं, sorry. Adil, please exchange with Saurabh. Salman, कर लिए exchange. Exchange with Verinder. अच्छा आंसर नहीं मार्क किए जे दूसरा IIT ट्रिपल ई वाला पेपर ਹੁੰਦਾ ना मतलब जो एंट्रेंस टेस्ट कुछ नहीं छोड़ करो. How did you find the test? Easy? Easy see? Number 10 So guys, if you want to get 79, you need to have 50 plus. Okay, 50 plus. For 65, 39 plus. For 50, 28 plus. आज जैसे majority जेडे ना आही वाले फिर रहे हैं. Let's see how you guys go. So total number of marks for today's test is 64. Okay. Reading. So this test contains, this is reading mock test. Okay, reading mock test. Okay. So I'll start dictating the answers now. Please check. And as I've told you already, for each MCQ, you give 4 marks. Joda bhi answer galat hoga, guys. If the answer is wrong, please write the correct answer in front of it. Okay. Okay. So answer for the first one is D. D for Delta. Second is B. B for boy. Third is again B. B for boy. And fourth is A. Then answer for the first reorder is C, B, D, A. C, B, D, A. So how will you give marks for this question? CB is a pair, so 1 mark for this one. BD, 1 mark. DA, 1 mark. So total number of marks for this question will be 3. Adil, what is the answer written on that paper that you've got? CBDA, so 3 marks. आपने आपको पता चल गया बस, that's fine. So hope everybody knows how to give marks. So Hale, what is the answer written over there on the paper that you've got? D, A, C, B. So DA is a pair in the correct one. So 1 mark for this one. AC, no marks. CB, 1 mark. So 2 marks. Okay, so this is how you give marks in case of reorders. पता चल गया सबनु? Okay. So although technically the whole order is incorrect, but still the person will get marks for the correct pairs. Okay. Answer for the sixth one is D, B, A, C. D, B, A, C. D, B, A, C. आपने अपना बात देख लियो, पहले चेक कर लो, मार्क्स दे दो. नहीं, ACCA सेम नहीं है, प्लीज. AC, yeah. If somebody has written DBCA, that is not the correct answer. ये नहीं कि AC have to come together, वो समय AC होवे, CA होवे. It doesn't mean the same. It has to be in the same order. Okay. हाँ जी, DB 1 mark, BA 1 mark, AC 1 mark, so total 3 marks. Okay, question number 7. A precisely. A is precisely. B conducive. C therefore. D attributes. precisely, conducive, therefore, attributes. Question number 8, A, no, N-O, no. B, room. C, shy. No, room, shy. Question number 9, A, self. A, no, only self, the last option. A, self. B, unlike. C, intelligence. Self, unlike, intelligence. 10th, A, flawless. B, off, O-F-F, off. C, tethered, the last option. D, outpost. Outpost. Flawless, off, tethered, outpost. 11th, A, faked, the last option, faked. B, numerous. C, little. D, hoax, the last option. Yes, each 1 mark. Sorry. Both of them. So both in case of drag and drop as well as drop down, each blank carries 1 mark. Okay. Question number 12, A, lunar. B, although. C, ineffective. D, was. Lunar, although, ineffective, was. 13th, A, although. B, denial, the third option, denial. C, findings. D, empirical. E, contributes. Although, denial, findings, empirical, contributes. 14th, A, correlated, the third option with double R. B, avoiding, the third option. C, claimed, the third option. D, colonies, the third option. E, struggling, second option. F, grazing, the last option. 15th, A, vessels, the third option, vessels. B, colony, the third option. C, wine, the third option. D, added, the third option. E, fragments, the third option. F, interaction, the fourth option. G, containers, the second option. H, traded, the third option. G is containers, second option. H, traded, third option. Traded. Okay, guys, now please count the total number of marks, write the total on the first sheet, and return back the sheets to the concerned person. Total karo, sheets वापस कर दो. 4. MCQ, each MCQ 4 marks. की हो गया? ਕੋਈ confusion? Fourth the answer? Fourth MC? MCQ the हर MC ਜਿਹੜੇ first 4 questions ਨੇ, each question 4 marks. हाँ जी 10th ਦਾ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਵਾਲਾ? B off, O-F-F off. C, tethered, last option. No problem. 1 mark each. Guys, sheets वापस मिलन तो बाद please cross check. सारे ਤੁਸੀਂ बहुत गंदे हो total ਕਰਨ ਚ. Especially check the marks in reorderings. ਉਹ ਚ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਗੜਬੜ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੀ ਕਰਦੇ. So once you get your sheets back, please cross check the total. Yes, 1 mark each blank. हो गया वरिंदर इन्नी सोचने वाली केड़ी गल है की होया की नहीं लिखे तुसी सही आंसर मार्क नहीं कीते जो मैं बोलदी पई लिखे की अच्छा उन्होंने अटेम्प्ट ही नहीं कीता होना फिर रहन दो फिर कोई जीरो बस गल खत्म टोटल कर लो सलमान हो गया टोटल गाइस हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर डूइंग अकाउंटिंग किन्ने अकाउंटिंग कर रहे ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਚੋਂ मैं क्या हिसाब किताब बहुत खराब हो तुम इतना टाइम लाता anybody who has got more than 50 more than 50 anybody क्यों मजाक कर रहे हैं okay 39 plus 39 and 39 plus कोई नहीं 28 plus Saurabh 29 Varinder 34 28 लास्ट वाले वो भी देखते हैं कि किन्ने की ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮੈਮਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਸ਼ਾਰਪ ਆ that's why I asked you to attempt 14 15th बोल बोल के उदन थक गए I don't think कि किसी दे भी सारे सही होए होंगे चलो then that's okay that's good हो गया guys total or you need time but sorry हम अभी डिस्कस करेंगे हम पेपर वरिंदर कितने मार्क्स आए 19 पहली बार देता रेस्ट चलो कोई गल नहीं सलमान क्या है 17 मार्क्स आए आपके जगप्रीत तो मैं तभी तो बोल रही थी 14 15 करो पहले सुन लिया करो फिर पहला कितने आए जगप्रीत 23 विकी 17 सुनील ये हजे उन्होंने चेक कर रहे हो अच्छा अपने कर रहे हो अब हाँ सब you didn't do the total अच्छा वैसे इन्होंने कितने दिते हैं अच्छा ठीक है सब how many did you get 16 कितने सनी कितने आए ਤੁਹਾਡੇ 28 20 16 26 28 right 28 की 22 15 की होया पे आज ईच का मतलब तो रीडिंग में भी लेने ही पड़ेंगे वरिंदर किन्ने 35 हो गए हम ओके चलो आई थिंक हाईएस्ट 35 ही होने वाले हैं 26 29 बोलो नहीं कोई इट्स ओके 15 19 चलो की कर सकते हैं ਤੁਹਾਡਾ okay guys the discussion khatam ho gaya let's discuss one of each type one question of each type okay so first MCQ first of all what can be the best title for what is the first thing that we do guys in MCQs we start reading the passage yes first of all the first thing that we do in MCQs is first of all we'll read the question then the question will determine whether we should go on for reading the passage or the options if the question is very general for example the main idea the main purpose main objective main point, the suitable text, suitable heading, something like that. Very general question, we'll read the passage first and then we'll come back to the options. But when the question will be very specific, for example, which of the following is true, which of the following has been mentioned in the passage, or any particular piece of information, then we read the options first, because obviously we need to know which is the information that we'll be looking for in the passage. So then we'll read the options first and then the passage. Okay? So which can be the best title for the text? A general question, obviously. So what we do is we read the passage first. Let's quickly read the passage. Just as railway bridges were the great structural symbols of the 19th century, highway bridges became the engineering emblems of the 20th century. The invention of the automobile created an irresistible demand for paved roads and vehicular bridges throughout the developed world. The type of bridge needed for cars and trucks, however, is fundamentally different from that needed for locomotives. Most highway bridges carry lighter loads than railway bridges do, and their roadways can be sharply curved or steeply sloping. To meet these needs, many turn-of-the-century bridge designers began working with a new building material, reinforced concrete, which has steel bars embedded in it. And the master of this new material was Swiss structural engineer Robert Maillard. Okay. And guys, always follow elimination method. In MCQs, please always follow elimination method. Keep on eliminating the wrong ones and you'll reach to the right one ultimately. Okay, let's read from the A option. Early brilliance passes under unrecognized. Who picked A option? A क्यों नहीं हो सकता? Was A being talked about anywhere in the passage? Early brilliance passes unrecognized कि पुराने जमाने में कुछ ऐसा हुआ जिसको recognition नहीं मिली. अर्ली ब्रिलियंस के बारे में भी वैसे कहाँ बात हुई है? हाँ, सो हिस्ट्री में कि पहले ऐसे होता था, अभी थिंग्स आर चेंजिंग, लेकिन ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ कि अभी कि पुराने जमाने में समथिंग रेवोल्यूशनरी हैपेंड जिसको रिकॉग्निशन नहीं मिली. सो ए इज ऑब्वियसली नॉट एट ऑल अ सूटेबल ऑप्शन. बी, outdated methods retain popularity. So B is obviously, anybody who picked B, यहाँ कुछ outdated methods हैं, उनकी popularity अभी भी है, so nothing is being talked about. C, the basis of a new design is born. Who picked C? So if you were confused between C and D, तो मतलब थोड़े से right track थे हो, okay? Because C and D were very close. Let's read D. Now what C says, the basis of a new design is born. So कोई अभी नया डिजाइन का basis start हो गया. So there it can be any basis. Now D says transport development spark a major change. Guys, C is very general. It can be any basis. कि हाँ कुछ some changes are taking place all around the world, उसके लिए कोई नया basis मिल गया. But D talks about that particular basis, and which is that base? Transportation. So D could have been the right C could have been the right answer if D was not there. Because D specifically बता रहा है कि which is that basis which is initiating that change? Transportation. Because the means of transportation is changing, so that's why this design, we need new designs. So D is a better option. Yes, Adil. You chose. Choose me. Chose. It's okay. नहीं रीइंफोर्स्ड कंक्रीट तो उन्होंने जस्ट मटेरियल चूज किया, लेकिन उसके पीछे बेसिस क्या था? ट्रांसपोर्टेड. क्योंकि उनको अभी वो दूसरे हाईवे ब्रिजेस, जैसे उन्होंने स्टार्टिंग में बात की ना कि स्ट्रक्चरल सिंबल्स जो पुराने पहले हमें चाहिए थे, बिकॉज we were mostly dependent on railways, but now we are more getting dependent on the roads. So that's why we need new designs. So means of transportation are changing, so that's why new designs are needed. Okay, so that's why D is a better option. Okay, let's discuss first reorder. First हाँ जी, पहला ਆਪਾਂ एक टाइप दा सारे क्वेश्चन डिस्कस करांगे, then we have time we can discuss the second one. Second reorder so easy है first नालों में. Who found reorders difficult today? You know, reorders difficult लगे. I think today's reorders were very straightforward, very easy as compared to the earlier times. So anyways, Fifth one. So what do we do in reorder, guys? These are just jumbled sentences. We need to read each sentence, understand it. The first thing that we need to do is find out an independent sentence. That is the sentence which does not require any pre-introduction. Rather, it will introduce something new to you. Okay. Let's read all of them one by one. Expenditures will come to rise, particularly due to the increases in obesity prevalence and in the cost of related healthcare. Can A be the first sentence? It looks like you can say an independent sentence or maybe a general sentence, but suddenly ekdam se we start talking about ki expenditures will continue to rise, particularly in something. Guys, all these reorders, they are being taken from some academic passages, and all academic passages, they always have a proper beginning. Okay, unki they'll introduce the topic and then they'll move on. Fir bhi, if you are confused, let's keep it on side and move on. Okay, if we find a better sentence, we'll pick that one as the first one. So B, the economic impact is especially evident in healthcare costs. Can this be the first sentence? Never. The economic impact, and we know that the is always very specific. Yeah, the economic impact is especially evident in healthcare cost. और वैसे भी किसका economic impact, किसके ऊपर? Nothing is mentioned. Obviously, उन्होंने पहले economic impact किसी चीज के किसी के ऊपर बात की होगी, and then they are saying that it is very evident. Anybody who picked B as their first sentence? B. Why? The economic impact is especially evident in healthcare cost. Kada. हाँ, C तो first है ही है. B तो नहीं pick किया ना. Okay. C. Obesity has many health, social, psychological, and economic consequences for the individuals being affected and for the society. So this looks like a very general sentence that obesity has many impacts, many effects. Kede effects, social, physical, social, economical, health. So it has many effects. Then we can talk about its one type of effects. They have talked about economic impacts. Okay, let's read D as well. A recent study estimated that medical expenditures attributed to overweight and obesity accounted for 9.1% of total US medical expenditures in 1998 and might have reached 78.5 billion US dollars. Who picked D as the first sentence? Hanji. Kyun? So तो लगा सी क्या कि हाँ recent study कोई भी study हो सकती है. But obviously, out of C and D, C is a more general sentence. D is like an example. And D also talks about only one impact, which is economical impact only. That C is talking about many impacts of obesity, many effects of obesity. D just talks about one impact, which is economical. So before D, we'll have to talk about B as well. Because D is example of B. कि उसके जो इकोनॉमिक इम्पैक्ट्स हैं दे आर द मोस्ट एविडेंट एंड देन दे टॉक अबाउट द एग्जांपल. ठीक है कि एक रीसेंट स्टडी हुई व्हिच रिजल्टेड इन दिस व्हिच गेव दीज फैक्ट्स. और लास्ट में ए, व्हाई ए? बिकॉज इट इज टॉकिंग अबाउट कि फ्यूचर में भी इट विल कीप ऑन राइजिंग, इट विल कंटिन्यू टू राइज. सो द ऑर्डर इज नथिंग बट सी, बी, डी, ए. ओके. Any doubts, any confusions in this reorder? P, Q, या CBDA? Who got it right? CBDA? Who got 2 pairs? I think Vishali got 2 pairs. 2 pairs. Good, not bad. 1 pair. 0. 0 marks. कोई भी नहीं है. चलो, good. Okay, now let's come to question number 7. First, blanks, drag and drop. So firstly, we'll read the whole passage, guys, so as to understand the context. And in today's blanks, your contextual knowledge was the main thing that had to be strong in order to find out the blanks. Let's quickly read the passage. Mental health is an individual and personal matter. It involves a living human organism, or more dash the condition of an individual human mind. A social environment or culture may be dash either to sickness, or health, but the quality produced is characteristic only of a person, dash, it is improper to speak of a sick society or a sick community. In speaking of a person's mental health, it is advisable to distinguish between dash and actions. Anybody who got all the blanks correct for seventh one? One wrong, two wrong, 1 2 3 बस इस तो चले नहीं जाना, चार ही तो हैगे. Okay. It involves a living human organism or more dash the condition of an individual. Anybody who picked any other option other than precisely so that we can discuss it? मुझे तो in this case we could fit only two options, either vaguely or precisely. आपने vaguely put किया? Vaguely is the opposite of precisely. यहाँ पे precisely ही आएगा. Vague का मतलब something, vague information का मतलब क्या होता है? Unclear, which something which is not clear. So can we say more vaguely the condition? They are defining that thing. तो हम किसी चीज को अगर डिफाइन करते हैं तो हम क्या बोलते हैं? प्रिसाइसली, टू बी प्रिसाइज और प्रिसाइसली. समझ लग रही है किसी ने? इदां सुस्तियां शक्लां बनाइयां, मेरा दिल करदा सौ जां बस बैठ के इत्थे. Mental health is an individual and personal matter. It involves a living organism. For example, if we talk about, if we start defining a person, let's say Sunil. So Sunil is from India. ठीक है, इंडिया तो है ही है, अगुंजता जित्थों में. Sunil is from India. He is की बोला मैं जानती नहीं, मैं फिर कितनी पढ़ी. Okay, so let's talk about Salman. Okay, Salman is from Pakistan. He is aiming for 8 in each, comma, precisely his target is to get 8 in each so that he can apply for his PR. Something like that. So they are giving detailed information. It can be either precisely or to be precise. ठीक है, वेगली तो यहाँ पे बिल्कुल ही नहीं आ सकता. किसी ने कोई और ऑप्शन पुट किया हो? संदीप की पुट किया था? Or more attributes the condition? So the ly word means adverb ही चाहिए. We needed an adverb over here. Next one. A social environment or culture may be dash either to sickness. Conducive. Who picked conducive? Nobody. Good. What is a conducive put की थी जगप्रीत? क्यों? Why? समझाओ फिर. Guys, what do we mean by conducive? Conducive to. Regular exercise is conducive to good health. So conducive to basically means responsible for. First, we mention the cause and then the effect. Okay, what is the cause and what is the effect? Conducive to. इतने भी conducive to या don't get confused with the word either. वो either और की वजह से आया. Let's read the sentence over here. A social environment or culture may be conducive either to sickness or health. मतलब आपका आपकी सराउंडिंग्स, आपका एनवायरनमेंट कैसा है, that will determine whether you become a healthy person or sick one. आप हेल्दी रहते हो या सिक होते हो, that will be determined by the environment, the surrounding environment. So this is what the sentence means. ठीक है, so it is basically conducive to only, and after conducive the preposition that we use is to only. Conducive to. की क्या होने में विकी? Exactly, responsible for होता है हमेशा. अच्छा, आपने responsible, it is always responsible for, never responsible to. ठीक है, और वहाँ पे to है, so it has to be conducive. Okay. And what about attributed to? Option नहीं है, just for your kind information. यानी वो attributes होता है noun, but when we write attributed to, for or to, फॉर मैं तो कभी पता नहीं कितों। चलो एट्रीब्यूट टू पे बाद में आते हैं, पहले कंट्रीब्यूट टू. Contribute to is similar to conducive to only. Regular exercise contributes to good health. So in case of contribute to as well, contribute के बाद हमेशा to ही आएगा. Contribute to में भी first we mention the cause and then the effect. But in case of attributed to or attribute to, guys, it is the other way around. For example, good health can be attributed to regular exercise. मतलब effect पहले आता है. What is the effect? Good health. And what is the reason behind good health? Regular exercise. And these are very common collocations which you often find in your blanks. Okay. Contribute to, attribute to. आज चलो ये नहीं. This is conducive to. What about results in? Results in होता है हमेशा सबसे पहले. Okay. Results in regular exercise results in good health. So results in के case में भी it has to be cause first and then effect. But results from उल्टा हो जाएगा. Good health results from regular exercise. किसी ने लिखा कुछ में जो कुछ उन तक गलत पर बोलेंगे जो मैं बोल रही हूँ उन तक. Has anybody written? एक कान जो कड्डी जाओ दूसरा सॉरी एक कान जो पाई जाओ दूसरे जो कड्डी जाओ बस. हजे भी किसी ने शर्म नहीं आई. एक दोन झाड़ के लिखो खोदते जे सारे. मेरे तो प्लीज मेहरबानी करो थोड़ी जी लिखो की लिखी है उन्हें मैं दसा भी की लिखी है. आ एग्जांपल लिखो. रेगुलर एक्सरसाइज इज conducive to good health. So the conducive to on that we write the cause first and then effect. The same thing goes for contribute to. Let me make it easy for you. So जो cause पहला होगा and then the effect, then the ones which we use are conducive to, contribute to, results in, and leads to. But when we mention the effect first and then the cause, then the ones are attributed to, results from, stems from. ठीक है. हो गया. डन. Shall we move on? Okay, let's read the sentence now with conducive to. A social environment or culture may be conducive either to sickness or health, but the quality produced is characteristic only of a person. So the type of health you have, वो क्या बोल रहे हैं according to this passage, it is an individual trait. मतलब जो बंदा करेगा जो एक इंसान करेगा that will determine your health according to this passage. Then is dash, comma, it is improper to speak of a sick society or a sick community. यहाँ पे दो ही ऑप्शंस आ सकते हैं. either it should be however or therefore. अगर तो similar relation होगा sentences के बीच में तो it has to be therefore means the result कि उसका outcome क्या है. But if it is contrasting relationship then it has to be however. Therefore तो हो गया however. ठीक है. Now let's read this sentence again. A social environment or culture may be conducive either to sickness or health, but the quality produced is characteristic only of a person. मतलब it is an individual trait. मतलब only depends upon that individual person. Dash, it is improper, so that's why इन ऊपर कितना percent, so that is why it is not correct. It will वो सही नहीं है if we say a Sikh society or a Sikh community. So it is improper or it is incorrect to say Sikh society because it is an individual trait. So we cannot so मतलब result आ रहा होगा. So we cannot say or we cannot term it as a Sikh society or Sikh community. So it has to be therefore, however nahi, because it is a result of that similar relationship. Okay. The last one, in speaking of a person's mental health, it is advisable. So how to define mental health? It is advisable to distinguish between dash and dash. Now guys, we know and जब आ जाएगा we have to follow parallel structure. जो and के बाद है वही पहले होगा and जो पहले है वैसा ही बाद में होगा. Now and के बाद क्या है? Actions, and actions is noun. क्या? Actions क्या है? Noun. ठीक है? So it means before and as well we need a noun. And in all of these options we have got only two nouns, which is attributes and words. Attribute, what do we mean by attributes? Correct. Attributes means characteristics, features, traits. ठीक है? For example, attributes of a good person, of a good human being. कि अगर किसी को हमने define करना है कि ये अच्छा इंसान है, तो what are its attributes? If he is kind, loyal, generous, honest. ठीक है? So these are the attributes of or characteristics of a good human being. So attributes means characteristics or traits. Now words so I नहीं सकते because in whole of this passage they are talking about different attributes only. What are the different characteristics that will determine individual health, your mental health, brain health? So it has to be attributes. ठीक है? पर जो मतलब नहीं पता था बस फिर. Last question, question number 11. Quickly guys, question number 11. So in this case as well, we'll quickly read the passage to understand the context. And in this very question, especially for the first plank, पूरा नहीं पढ़ा था, all the options are correct grammatically. चलो पहला पढ़ते हैं. Many people believe that NASA could have dashed the evidence showing that man landed on the moon in 1969. Some opinion polls suggest that as many as 10 to 25% of the United States population also agree that there is the possibility that this could have happened. Dash magazines, journals, websites, and TV programs now present the facts understood by hoax proponents in startling reality, and the National Aeronautics and Space Administration in the US has in the past provided dash response to the ever-increasing number of accusations. Whether NASA did or did not land men on the moon in the late 1960s is irrelevant to the amount of good science and astronomy that can be got from studying the evidence in favor of or against the dash theory. Now guys, grammatically half ke baad we need third form, and all the options are in third form only. Leaked, hidden, exposed, faked. Now the context will determine which option should be there. Who didn't pick faked? Or which other options did you guys pick for A? Leaked. Many people believe that NASA could have faked के अलावा कोई बन नहीं सकता. If you have read the passage, if you have understood the context, कोई और option आ ही नहीं सकता. Because उन्होंने what are they trying to say कि whether कि क्या ये सच था कि seriously whether somebody landed on the moon वो सही है या नहीं है, it has not been proved as yet. ये अभी तक एक kind of you can say it is hoax or a mystery. So it has to be faked. Exactly. So this is another way. Exposed and leaked are kind of similar. We can eliminate both of these options. So यहाँ तो hidden आ सकता था या faked. Or context accordingly, it is very clear it has to be faked only. उन्होंने कुछ छुपा के नहीं रखा, rather they faked the documents according to this passage. ठीक है जी? Next one. Okay. Some opinion polls suggest that as many as 10 to 25% of US population also agree that there is the possibility that this could have happened. मतलब ये हो सकता है. Dash magazines, journals, websites, and TV programs now present the facts as. Who didn't pick numerous? Who picked however? However, किन्ने pick किया? Guys, a desi tarika of having a look at it, whether however can come there or not. After however we need comma. Blank तो बाद comma नहीं है, so however तो आ ही नहीं सकता. Okay, otherwise as well however doesn't fit, but just to keep this thing in mind that after however we need comma. Okay. Abhi now, who picked little? Little magazines, journals. Who picked little? Salman. Little magazines, journals. छोटे छोटे magazines, journals. अच्छा नहीं, B में. B में तो किसी ने little pick नहीं किया ना. Guys, little be used with uncountable nouns as we discussed already. I think yesterday or day before. अभी few या numerous. अगर तो थोड़े मतलब ना के बराबर होंगे means कोई evidence नहीं है तो obviously it should be few. अगर बहुत सारे हैं considerable है, it has to be numerous, and according to the context it is very clear we cannot write few because they have evidence, so it has to be numerous, मतलब काफी. So numerous magazines, journals, websites and TV programs now present the facts understood by the hoax proponents. What do you mean by hoax? Yeah, kind of something which is imaginary. You can say a prank, joke, that is hoax. Matlab the hoax proponents kaun hai? Those who are supporting this hoax theory. Proponents means supporters. Now hoax theory ki si ki whether somebody actually landed on the moon or not. This was hoax theory. So those who are supporters of this theory, they'll be called as hoax proponents. Okay, was this just a prank or was or somebody in reality or really landed on the moon? Okay. Okay. Understood by the hoax proponents in startling reality, and the NASA has in the past provided dash response to the ever-increasing number of accusations. Doubt? स्ट्रॉन्ग रिस्पॉन्स कैसे? अगर उन्हें स्ट्रॉन्ग रिस्पॉन्स दिया होता तो फिर तो एक्विजिशन लगने नहीं चाहिए थे. देयर शुडंट बी एनी एलिगेशंस अगेंस्ट देम. अगर उन्होंने रिस्पॉन्स दिया था, ऑब्वियसली दे आर नॉट रिस्पॉन्डिंग, दैट्स व्हाई दोस एलिगेशंस आर स्टिल देयर, दे आर स्टिल वैलिड. सो दे डिडंट प्रोवाइड मच रिस्पॉन्स, सो दे प्रोवाइडेड लिटिल रिस्पॉन्स, नॉट मच रिस्पॉन्स और स्ट्रॉन्ग रिस्पॉन्स. ओके, सो इट हैज टू बी लिटिल, मतलब ना के बराबर. दे डिडंट प्रोवाइड एनी रिस्पॉन्स, दे डिडंट गिव एनी रिस्पॉन्स. ओके. The last one I think is an easy one. Moon theory, lunar theory, space और hoax. ठीक है, moon और lunar तो कोई सेंस भी नहीं बना रहे. अभी space theory और hoax theory, but we know that in this context they're talking about hoax theory only. It has to be hoax. Guys, who got all correct in number 14? Number 14 all correct. रट्टा कहमा. 15 all correct. एक ही है. कितने सही? ऐसे मतलब 14 15 सारे सही. ओए आती सही. हाँ, अच्छा सही है. गुड लक. Okay. But that's why I told you to attempt 14 15. Sorry. Anyways, okay guys, good luck. See you next week, and tomorrow is a holiday. If anybody comes at the weekends, please come on Sunday only. Tomorrow is a day off. Thank you. Eid Mubarak everyone.